Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Onward VRML Season 13, Week 1, with our first NA match of the week. Two new teams, Misfits and the Pooter Scooters. I am joined tonight by Tbnroil. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Excited for tonight's matchup. These are brand new teams here, no history within the VRML community. So we have a bit of a toss-up as to what may happen tonight. Things can turn interesting because we don't know their playstyles, we don't know what strengths they have, and we're gonna be in for a bit of an unknown match tonight. Let's see how things go here. We are going to hop right into the bans here as we are coming up on time for the start here shortly. And home has banned Downfall, while away has banned Cargo. So entirely opposite choices here. What are your thoughts on this, TBN?
I'm feeling like they're banning weaknesses specifically, or more, because on more experienced teams, they ban, maybe an opponent's best mapper or something, but knowing that they have no history, they're most likely banning weaknesses. So for that, Pooter Scooter likes bigger maps, and this is like short from their bans.
Alrighty, and they are hopping right on in.
Lane 1, I walked lane 4. Lane 2.
We're going to see what Volk have for defense real quick here. Late start out the gate with just a couple hanging out in the back building. And holding the front yard here quite early. Quick shot out from Ray. It seems like it was a misfire here, though. Let's hop over into the Marsoc side and see how their approach is going to go.
-1.
Hoggerman
Nice
early
pick.
on lane 1. Yeah, it was a nice pick there.
One far right.
-1, lane 3.
And in all of a couple of seconds, we have all of 2 kills and 1 down further with Ray picking off Big Mac. Hoggerman still shooting over in the top right-hand side and room over at Ray. Not making any contact there. He is going to make that revive. And all the way on the opposite side here on lane 4, Wet Poon Tang looking for any picks they can get in those windows here.
Very nice refrags from both teams. We just saw those going back and forth on those refrags for those last few seconds of the first round.
Yeah, real quick kills there overall between kind of each spurt we had there. Looking quickly at the kill count, just in the very first round, Ray had 3 kills. And leaving 2 for a couple other teammates here, Thermal Flame and Bala. They did take control of the center of the map pretty quickly. Did you see anything interesting about how they approached that on Marsoc?
It was really fast. I feel like they could have took a bit longer to push that and make there a few more angles. They also, their center was a bit weak as their outsides. They were able to take the outsides from the center. They weren't able to push through, and maybe a few rotations would have been good for them. Move to the outsides, push your way in, and pinch the enemies, but they weren't able to do that. And I feel like the Volk did a great job of throwing flashes and utility to make sure their teammates were not ready to fight at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good point. They did progress all into the center, looking on like lane 3, 4, and 1. rather quickly, and they didn't seem to want to push up very much there. They all kind of died trying to find a little bit of a pick in the house on the second floor there. Maybe pushing forward a little bit faster, or at least using some utility, would have gotten them a little bit closer on that uplink and maybe thrown them off on the Volk side a bit. Looks like we had a
Very
false
tight.
start there.
A very tight defense by the Volk,
Yeah.
or by Pooter, I should say. I mean, it was a good, solid, you know, defense, but it was really tight. You know, I feel like a few smokes and our team's blind, but
Yeah, they didn't move outside of the building because they didn't really have much of a need to. Because they really just kind of held that approach of, okay, let them come to us. There's no reason for us to go in the street or necessarily hold mid-house, despite mid-house being a very strong point there to hold. It was a really more lockdown tight, like you're not going to enter the front yard kind of a perspective. Looks like we had one drop really quick, and they're back in now, so let's get this kicked off here. Round number 2, with an opposite side spawn for Marsoc here.
I'm looking going for cap.
65, 53, 772, 65, 53,
Yes, we're going to smoke. Everybody left his
Well,
outfits.
don't smoke over the house unless you think you can actually get it there.
Can I get the thing out?
And give me a call out. Give me a call out for a window up top if you see one.
Looks like some planning on smoke and getting a cap here. Pooter Scooter is looking to kick this thing off with a 3 to 0. Oh! A flag grenade coming in right off the bat and hitting thermal flame. Very nicely thrown.
yeah, beautiful. I mean,
Come back forward, come
wow.
back forward.
-1.
Smoke picking
We are
up
gonna
one in the middle there on the left side of the playground.
We are going to see a more spread out defense, and more aggressive push by some of the players.
Yeah,
Misfits here.
interestingly, Moke is in playground uncontested after that kill, and they're going to rotate behind the team.
Crimson
Couple of
self
small
getting the
picks
first-
there.
Yeah, Crimson self getting the first pick for the Marsoc.
-2.
Thermal getting 2 off the bat. They're coming around the striker, but leaving Chad still up. Crimson does have control of center building. It is a 2v1 though. They're gonna have to be careful as to this rotation all the way in the back here. Now a 1v1 with an injury still on Misfits. Think they got the
Moeke.
sounds.
Yep, Moeke pretty far off of objective here. Could, I mean, might be able to pick off them here.
Yeah, they did have to use a syringe, so they are injured, leaving them at lower health here. Maybe trying to get the little bit of a rotation on the window. Nope, changing their
but he has
minds,
to walk
coming
up the building,
around.
I think.
Chad's actually giving the call out saying he's inside the window. Let's get those lasers up here since we've got that for round 1. Interesting choice.
Nice sound distraction.
Yeah, exactly. Knowing exactly where the enemy is, but hey, I might as well just blow this thing. I got the points to spend for it.
Moeke's got to make a decision here. But it seems Crimson's going to make the decision. Chad's going to call it out.
Yeah, this could leave them a bit too exposed.
Moeke not
Uh-oh.
looking back at what we say. It could be a cap if Crimson gets behind the house.
Yeah, Chad's there to call this out.
Crimson's just gonna be able to waltz up to OBJ.
Yeah, I didn't
Maybe
hear
go
anything
behind.
vocally from Chad, but he's got a minute and 30 to get back there, get around to the side of the uplink, and get that code in.
Well, AK is coming back a bit. Maybe realizing their mistake of leaving OBJ open.
Yeah, there's the call up from Chad saying they're behind the building.
Chad did bleed out though.
Oh, just did, yeah.
Oh,
Coming
one
around
more
the
AK.
back.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, that was so
just
close.
barely missed on that. Not going to follow up on the rotation inside the building.
Oh, I was thinking maybe they're going to go
50
upstairs.
seconds remaining. Sounds are going to be very, very key here.
They might be trying to send an objective here.
I don't think they can reach that, can they?
I don't know. I think we're about to find out.
Fingers moving like they're trying.
Crimson gets...
Looked like they were just poking out enough through the window view here to grab that kill.
Oh, some unfortunate events for Crimson.
Yeah, spending a great amount of time getting around that building. Nicely done to actually slide in right as Chad bled out, though.
Yeah, that was nice.
I think the cap attempt was very well attempted, but ultimately I don't think you really can cap from that particular spot. So somebody in chat, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I don't think you can cap from there.
No, I don't think we can either. We will have Humvee OBJ. A newer OBJ, but I mean, or maybe newer, but it is one of the hardest ones to defend because you have to watch all of these angles. Also one of the hardest to attack. I mean,
yeah,
it's going to be, especially for newer teams to be playing this against each other.
And with the smoke dissipation, you really need to get 3 in to be able to kind of cross this little bit of a yard here, unless you try to go through the hedges, which obviously you can shoot through. We'll see how both sides play this, and jump back in on the gameplay here. Round number 3.
Fire against suspense.
Really? Oh, the smoke early? This was an accidental smoke off on Volk side, right at the beginning.
That's not me.
Oh, it still attached to their body.
I think. No shot. That's not me, is it?
It's still attached to their body. There we go.
They didn't know.
Accidental thermal as they came back, and a trade right off the bat here, only downed on the Volk side here. And a quick headshot in return, refrag on the opposite side of the map. Payray is over here next to Wet Poontang. With a little bit of a peek, they could end up getting the shot here. And indeed, there it comes with Son of Chad right around the corner. They know where Payray at least was. Might have been able to get a quick refrag through the bushes if they kind of took that little perspective there. They do have Pogerman to back them up here. And another trade, only downing Payray. Still chatting away. Is Pogerman going to come over and confirm?
I'm knocked next to Humvee.
Looks like there might have been a little bit of lag on my side. I still saw him on the Hesco there. Oh! Son of Chad with an EMR getting Bala. He was wounded earlier. Marsoc trying to push us, but relatively uncoordinated here.
I'm seeing some of the same stuff you're seeing, Grenade. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I do believe they have a couple players in Australia. I know one of the teams had it. had that situation where they're playing morning times while the rest of the team is on evenings.
Yep. Yeah, Son of Chad here has to take. Oh, Son of Chad has to take on 2 of Pooter scooters.
Yeah, Respect is making a bit of noise. I suspect Chad is holding still, just trying to understand where exactly Respect is. Plenty of time to wait this out and kind of let the Volk side get impatient.
Oh, Respect, your butt's gonna stick out if you keep looking that way.
Yeah, Chad did do a quick peek here. An EMR with a 2 times flipped off. Interesting choice for Suburbia. Weapon power is there, but I mean, my playstyle doesn't require 2 times, but theirs may be beneficial for it.
Well, theirs might also be in the sniper class where you have to have it, so
Yeah,
they might be, yeah, they might be running an AP, but I think you can run AP without it, so I don't know.
good point. An interesting weapon choice nonetheless, considering Suburbia.
Yeah, that is true. You usually want to run fast firing weapons for Suburbia.
Back to back. Who's gonna make the sound first and peek around? Meanwhile, Crimson is just waiting patiently back on the gray car. Respect clearly poking out.
Respect making a lot of noise right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're handling their weapons a little bit. Oh! And the shots that were...
Oh, that was a late
that
shot.
was a late... Yeah. It looked like there was somebody over towards lane 1 with how they shot like that, but obviously Respect was right behind the barrier.
Might
well,
just be late.
Yeah. Well, Pooter Scooters up by 1, and the time was relatively used up. It was a minute just remaining there for the last kill to come in. Man, I don't... Thinking back on that beginning part of the round, we had a great frag grenade from the Marsoc side on somebody back here nearby the uplink, but I don't recall much else because of the trades happening so quickly right off the bat there. Anything that you you noticed there?
Yeah, it was just a lot of Chad taking his time, but yeah, I saw a lot of utility come out right off the bat. Marsoc, but they were not able to take lane 1 from Pooter scooters, which I think was the reason why they started.
Yeah, and there was no rotation back on the North Street as well. Hopping on over to Volk here just to see what their thoughts are quickly. So they can get into position.
No, Pogger's
a whole lot
gonna stay
faster
where
than
he's at.
Marsoc,
Pogger's
but
in a good spot. We just lost. Oh, you just bounced in the ground and out.
It's because I accidentally hit secret mode.
looks like 2 are going off on the left-hand side of the map. Smoke's coming out right away, blinding Poggerman entirely. Oh!
Wow.
What a C4! But was that a frag grenade? That actually might have been a frag grenade.
I think that would have.
And just like that, in less than a minute, we are in a 3v2 because of how much utility there was and just a handful of bullets fired. Not much else. Bala, yeah, holding the window here. And like that, it is a 1v2 with 1 wounded. all the way on the opposite side.
Okay, he's in their spawn. In their spawn behind the bushes on the fence. I'm pretty sure it's the last one. I do not know though.
A bunch of callouts out. They have no idea what the kill count is. They said they
Behind the
think
bushes
Weapon
of their
Tank
spawn.
was the last person alive, but
Yeah, indeed they are not. Sounds like that might be something Pooter Scooters might need to watch here through the rest of the match, is getting accurate kill counts or being aware that folks on Volk had been killed.
yeah, I mean the trades also don't really help. But
No, they
at
don't.
the same time, having an accurate kill count is one of the best moves to win a match. So
And not prepared for that revive, poking right on up. Hey Ray knows where Wet Poon Tang is, relatively at least, but I think that suppressing fire, yeah, that suppressing fire ultimately was to their detriment here. Oh no, I've been in scoreboard. I'm sorry. Let me flip back over to here. That was a lot of action on the mini screen.
Hey Ray has 2.5 minutes left to use to their advantage. If they're quiet enough, they might. Oh, never mind. Weapon Tank turned around.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of aware that they're in a position to catch a rotation.
If they stay quiet enough, they might actually be able to go behind this fence and not be able to be seen by Weapon Tank. Make it too objective. Kill Son of Chad, or not even make it too objective, just kill Son of Chad and then hit objective where Weapon Tank won't be able to see him. Actually, I think Weapon Tank can see objective, so A-Ray would have to take care of him first.
Yeah, they're definitely in too much of an aggressive spot from this rotation here. Not gonna see this. If Payray does approach uplink, yeah, Wet Poon Tang is going to have that angle on the cross. Still a lot of ground to cover with 1:20 remaining.
Taking out Son of Chad would give him a bit of leverage, as Weapon Tank would have to go with a rotation to try and take out Payray, and Payray would just be able to hunker down and take out Weapon Tank.
Yeah, with 58 seconds remaining, this is looking like they may run out of time here. Son of Chad also seems to have an interesting weapon selection here.
SKS. Come on, Payray, you gotta go faster.
Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. They're gonna have to make this push. Chad should be able to hear those crouch sounds by now as well.
Son of Chad not gonna be able to see their tablet, so oh, Payray, come on.
Uh-oh,
Payray.
uh-oh, uh-oh!
Oh no!
Wow!
Wasn't even looking.
It looks like a quick snap turn there on that with a bit of lag.
Yeah.
That was round number 4, and kill counts here still Payray strong, and Wet Poon Tang a little behind them just by 1 kill. So I think the rotation was a great idea to go from lane 4 on the bus, but it was just too slow ultimately, and those suppressive shots as they were crossing the street, it seemed like it kind of gave away their positions to where they were coming from and when that push from the street was actually being executed. Ultimately got one of their teammates killed. Overall great idea, just wasn't the best execution because those shots kind of gave away where they're coming from.
Also the slow push, if you're gonna be behind running the line, you're gonna make it fast and take him out, take him by surprise, but they're not able to do that by blowing the push down. Maybe sit in back for a bit and cause some confusion, but crouching the entire time is hard.
Yeah, flipping back into gameplay here. We're on the tank uplink now. This, with a bit of smoke, as everybody can kind of expect, would make it pretty capable here. But oh, counter smoke as well. Not very well placed, it seems. Blocking the hedges in the back here. Early shots from Payray.
One through lane
kill.
3. Lane 3, lane 3. I no clue.
Crimson kind of exposed there still. And as I say it, Wet Poontang gets a double. And Respect is around the corner. They did get the call out. There was a down there, but second story back house was also called, which is accurate. Respect round in the corner.
Not able to find that kill in time. 3v4 here.
Yeah, a bit of a different play, it seems, coming out of
there's still a second one.
Misfits here. Those kills definitely helped out. I think it's going to throw them for a little bit of a loop with Thermal, still able to see uplink from this angle.
Watch lane 1.
Someone coming from lane
Puts
4.
Marsoc in a tough position because they have to take Thermal out if they want to possibly send a subjective or use some utilities to blind in.
Yeah, and an interesting point here is that Payray is on the opposite side of the street from Thermal, so they do have both approaches covered. And an excellent smoke right on the tank, but just slightly underneath it, ends up making it a little bit far of a throw.
Oh, that one's gonna land right on OBJ though.
Oh, that one's perfect. That one is perfect.
Except for now, Wet Poontang has to make the decision of running towards OBJ to get there.
Yeah, and Poggerman's got to really watch out for Thermal, which seems like they are very aware of position here on lane 2. No Peter poking through. Oh, they're going to disengage. Oh, around Payray.
-1 lane 4.
Making this a 2v2. Lane
Thermal
4
still
with
controlling.
Wet Poontang out.
Yep. Son of Chad's got to make a decision here. Are they going to run for OBJ, or are they going to take center house?
Looks
I think
like
Thermal Flame was
uplink.
wide enough.
Yeah. Looks like they're going for uplink with Thermal clearly able to see this.
And Payray getting another. That is. Oh.
Oh. Again with a lag trade?
Yeah, except for it was with Augerman, I believe, this time.
Yeah, even Thermal was saying, where did he die? So...
Well, this is for strange matchup.
Yeah, it definitely is. Is there anybody else? I think you got the website pulled up still, right? Is there anybody else from a bit of a more distant area than the rest of the team?
They all say United States. So, yeah, both teams have United States on other stuff.
All right. So, yeah, this lag is definitely demonstrating the ability to change the way a match can go. Hopefully it doesn't continue through the entire way and cause a little bit more of a trade kind of perspective there.
Yeah, with that lag,
fine.
if it creates a problem where
I'm throwing my
Pooter
C4 right there on
scooters
LPJ.
have it shoot someone first and it's trade, then tickets could be open to have results of a match overturned. Or
Yeah.
round. So you gotta watch out for your internet.
Aggressive push up here from Volk initially with Moke. Not actually taking a lot of coverage, but they do get the intel of lane 3 and 4 out.
Son of Chad not wanting to contest Crimson at all, just letting them push objective.
Indeed. Interesting. The tablet is out? Oh no, tablet's on the floor. They're just in the light, looks like. Crimson not checking that side of the building yet. Poggerman does catch Ray. Wet Tang gets yet another kill, and wow, 3 kills all in a matter of 5 seconds there with another trade on Crimson and Chad. So basically half the teams just died in the last 10 seconds here.
Crimson is able to, they might be able to pick up 1 or 2 and then hit the objective hard. If Moeko goes down, then they move to the into. Oh,
Yeah, there's
Poggerman goes
Poggerman
down.
out of the way. Lame, the uplink is relatively open here, but they seem to be crashing in on from lane 3 and 4, at least covering the approaches. But there goes Wet Tang.
Crimson. Wow. Moeke in a good spot though, knowing he knows where they are, knowing that if Crimson wants to hit the objective, they're gonna have to go through Moeke's line of sight to get there. So that's honestly a smart angle to be holding right now, knowing that the enemy is on the right side and they have to push for that.
Yeah, based on where Crimson is, they really gotta watch their backs, as you're saying. I don't think I've actually seen a Volk hold this particular angle on this uplink before. I've seen nearby, but not this exact spot.
Yeah. Crimson's got to make a move.
Yeah, they really haven't moved much outside of this house in the last couple of minutes. We can get in the window. Nope.
Crimson might be trying to do one of those last 30-second caps.
Yeah, finally
One
pushing
smoke
out the building.
Doesn't look like Crimson has any utility. Might get picked off here.
Oh!
Oh!
There was the cross.
Right past.
They weren't looking! They weren't looking at uplink!
Oh no,
Crimson's gonna get
be-
this!
Here,
No way! Nicely
Whoa,
done!
wow.
Nicely done, Crimson. Moeke
Wow.
with a quick glimpse away, checking behind them, enables Crimson to get right on in and get that tablet out and quickly enter the code. What a wonderful cap.
That is just amazing. I mean, like, the timing of that, we were thinking, oh,
Exactly.
it's gonna be really get past. And then Moeke decides to look to their left. Like, maybe they heard something to their left, like bushes or something, you know how they rattle with the wind, and then they, wow.
That was very well executed and just unfortunate timing really on that glimpse away. And with that, we are moving on to Abandoned Night. Abandoned Night. And either everybody dropped or we have one person still remaining, so we may have a rehost here.
It may be one of those ones people can only join at a time. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's give this another minute here. I would be excited to see some Abandoned Night, because personally, I love the idea of open and dark maps. The rest of my teammates would not agree, but I love Abandoned Night as an interesting choice to take. Yeah, let's do a quick rehost check here since we still have just the one person in. And nope, I'm not seeing. Well, I now see 7 in, so maybe it just took them a while to have everybody load.
Might need a new host, I guess. There's only one person who can help out.
Alright, well, while we reach out to the teams and get this kind of sorted out here, it says say host is loading in on the main menu. We're going to flip off to an intermission briefly and jump back in once the action is ready to start. Be back in a couple minutes. And welcome back. We are back here on Abandoned Nights still with a rehost. Sorry to cut back in real quick, but the teams are ready to go. Looks like we'll be starting here momentarily. First uplink is indeed on the center warehouse. So, just a reminder for those who have not played Abandoned Nights, all 4 spawns for Marsoc are on all 4 corners. So they are going to have to really watch all directions, figure out where exactly Marsoc did spawn, and looks like they did get the north spawn.
I'm going right side. They call this building to the right office. They call this building office.
Listen, we got this. Let's take this to
It's commonly called apartments.
Apartments? Yeah, listen.
Looking at the Volk here, 2 are going to hold the 3-story area. Wet Poontang looking south, not going to see anything. And Big Mac looking all the way north, not going to see anything in that particular direction because they are on the opposite side of the map with 2 people shooting at 1 person all the way over in the center, peeking north.
Someone's on the right, they just...
Bit of a lag spike there with Crimson downed. Hey Ray, looks like they're going to make the rotation back and risk it. But might be a little dangerous for them there.
Scratch 1.
Big Mac getting that call out, saying there is 1, but there is still 1 downed over there.
Thermal flame gonna be able to pick off Big Man tree here.
Oh yeah, Thermal's all the way down on the coast. Two sets of eyes their direction as well. This is going to make it a little interesting on the push here because they're out in the open, crossing on the coastline here.
I'm not safe. There's someone on my left.
Oh, a nice little head
I
peek
might have
shot
not,
there
I
through
can't
that
say for
window.
certain, I might have.
Thermal looks like they're going to be able to progress up without much more of an issue. Bala does get the revive, but Son of Chad takes them out as they are crossing out in the open here as well. Crimson around the corner. Not going to get seen by there, but Hoggerman picks up the kill at the BTR.
What a kill.
And a 2v3 now. Respect in the container on the northeast side, looking for Chad. I don't know if they're gonna actually be able to see this angle here, though. We'll come back to them in a minute here, but let's take a quick peek over on Thermal as they are progressing up on the 3-story here. Looks like Chad was taken out from the windows. Oh yeah, excellent viewpoint as to where Chad was. So that was a good rotation from Respect here. And they probably could see Wet Poontang from across the map there if they're a little bit more peaky, but Hoggerman is gonna really kind of hold this angle here with leaving the uplink open.
Hoggerman not checking. Oh yeah, Respect might just be able to waltz right in.
Oh yeah, I was over here on thermal, looking their direction. There goes Wet Boon Tang. Hoggerman is gonna have this view. Are they gonna make it?
I don't think they are. I just.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
just. What is happening? They are missing everything in respect. Just,
Yeah, that was just
wow.
right over their head.
Let's go for the cap. Let's go for the cap.
Paul out for the cap. Hoggerman defending it successfully with thermal right on the front of the tank there. Excellent viewpoint from Hoggerman, but what a late angle to hold. And only 20 seconds remaining to actually assault that cap.
Should have ran right up against the dumpster there and capped him there for protection.
Yeah, looking at that angle, they could have held just a 90-degree perspective there on the uplink side of the dumpster and actually been fine. They could also have tucked in back here on the boxes a bit as well.
Yeah.
So, a little bit uncoordinated from Misfits, but still, I'm sorry, Pooter Scooters, but ultimately they did get in on the uplink with Misfits leaving it wide open. So, it's pretty successful overall. I think a couple of those picks in on the north, coming in on the pipes, is really kind of their biggest vulnerable point that they kind of fell into. And an opposite side spawn in.
What happened?
What?
Alright.
Forgot night vision. I said it 8 times.
52, 96. I was reading the code. I wasn't paying attention, you know.
Uh-oh,
Seems
somebody
similar.
forgot night vision.
Yep.
No!
52, 96.
What just happened there?
Okay, so I may or may not have this killer team. I made a mistake. Okay, I was fiddling around my buttons, right? My script, my trigger, and then I actually got my gun and killed him. So.
Oh, he accidentally killed him.
And that is going to be majorly detrimental. Starting this off at a 4v5. Crimson does get the call out that he doesn't think they spawn north, but man.
At that point, you just gotta cut your losses in.
Yeah, you gotta just mentally move on because that could loom over you and impact your performance there. Augerman is coming into view of where Crimson could peek out this way if they were looking a little more left. But there was a laser over Augerman. Lots of misses though. Nothing connects from
Right
Bala.
side.
Radio call it comes out. And a quick knife drop there from Augerman too.
Bala escaping.
Uh-oh.
Puts himself
Yeah.
back out into the open.
No way!
God.
Are they going for a knife?
Surprise, motherfucker.
They went for the knife! Wow!
I got one with a knife.
Excellent rotation. Oh no!
No,
and
and the
another
second
TK. What is going on here?
I don't. Man.
It's a 3v2 still. But wow.
The only deaths from Pooter Scooters has been team.
It's been their own team kills. Yeah, you're right.
This is
What-
confused.
Yeah. Wet Boon Tang does get some shots out over on respect there, but didn't seem to connect. And somebody is on the long southwest hill. Crimson identified, does get hit in the head, and making this a 2v2 with Payray and Respect trying to cut off the rest of Marsak from the southern approach here.
He's running down the hill now. -1. He's running up towards compound.
Some really close action there with that PKM.
Is Big Mac.
I'm gonna
What?
go camp on objective.
What is happening? Oh, forgot to reload their weapon.
Oh no! And Payray gets the opportunity to come back and sit on uplink and watch it.
That is unfortunate.
It's just you and I.
Big Mac had a shot, tried taking it, realized they had her.
The Respect is going to freely rotate around the corner until Big Mac, who is sitting on this wall, relatively exposed from that angle if Respect does rotate around.
The one thing these teams need to do more is communicate. I'm coming into your building. I am.
Exactly. The communication here, it would be absolutely critical, especially on a big map. Now, Crimson's TK was purely accidental because of the controller fiddling, but even then, yeah, Respect. Kind of can't make an, yeah, kind of can't make an assumption as to what was going on there.
What?
And I guess they were... No, because Respect was all the way over here when he was downed.
Oh, they are lagging, I think is what I saw.
Okay.
Is that... I don't
There's
know what's happening.
Payray right on the corner from Big Mac.
I don't know how that first one happened.
I don't either, but it looks like Misfits did ultimately lose one at the beginning. And either that was a celebration, kind of a kill, or that was another misidentification.
I think that was just purely killing your teammate. Just for fun.
Well, unfortunately, we aren't going to have kill counts really to go off of going into round 3.
Yeah.
But we are in a relatively difficult uplink to attack now. What are your thoughts on this particular location?
Oh, on this one, it is all about, are we going to play tight, are we going to play loose, are we going to check quick spawn, are we going to... There's so many things that can go wrong, and I feel like it is easier to attack this objective than to defend it. I feel like on defense it adds a lot of pressure, so if offense are able to pick off 1 or 2 right off the beginning, defense is almost lost right then and there. But then again, defense, if you play it smart, really tight, then it's really hard to... Or if you play it a little tight but a little loose at the same time, you can pick off defense. And it doesn't look like
a hybrid.
Yeah. It doesn't look like they're really checking quick spawn. Maybe Poggerman is going on.
Uh-oh. Going way out for it. Quick spawn is identified. Let's jump back into the gameplay real quick here, and we catch Payray with a trade, but a single down. Crimson coming right up on it, looking for anything here on Moke, but nothing's going to be available. Thermal grabbing another. And Big Mac is cutting them off.
It's just what Poontang. Leave him alone. Go for the cap. Go for the cap.
Indeed they are, running right on into the building. It is relatively undefended here. It is entirely undefended. Wet Poontang does not know they are inside the building.
Oh, they're going in for it. Crimson's gonna get picked off here.
Crimson just not moving really off to that corner.
Oh,
That leaves a 1v2 now. With Respect and Bala trying to figure out what they're going to really do here on this approach.
Might try and push through this bottom floor and take... If Wet Poontang's not paying attention, they can both go down and go behind some boxes and pillars here and send the objective.
Yeah, if they can sneak in. because they could hit this column pretty quickly and without being seen, and then maybe sneak in on the barrels. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sets themselves on fire. Gotta be
And
careful with the barrels.
yeah, and putting a smoke up there. Be interested to see what they were thinking on that particular. Maybe it was a little bit more defensive, but ball looping all the way around here now. Respect looking up top on broken hole in the wall. Not gonna catch anything, but might get an angle on the doorway, depending on where Wet Poontang goes.
I feel like Wet Poontang could win this as the offense isn't working together to take this room and or the objective. So Wet Poontang can pick off one. They're not communicating, it doesn't seem like, so.
Yeah, I really haven't
It's
heard
in-
much outside of that tank link up there. They are now moving together at least, but in different directions where Respect has a quicker angle on the door than Bala does. They have to rotate around the back of the building still.
Maybe they're going for a pinch. Good old classic pinch. Or ball is going to come in through here and they're going to hit them from both angles at the same time to make sure Wet Poontang won't be able to mow them down.
Yeah,
But I
back
don't
to
think
back
the-
here.
I don't think they have any idea where the Respect's gonna take some. Bala has an M203, so
I
Are
think
they
I heard it go
gonna-
off earlier. I think I heard it go off earlier on the initial assault once they were identified.
Oh, what?
Uh-oh.
This is-
Classic Onward. Oh, picking a syringe up. They have the angle on the uplink here, so they are relatively safe
Well-
for their back to wall, but it's looking at their
If you
exact
can-
perspective, not enough.
If you hug the, yeah, if you crawled or just not making noise when pushing the objective, you would be able to get it. 45 seconds left.
Bala's got to move. He's got to either cap now or they got to really move on Wet Poontang. They've been quiet this entire time on the doorway. And with the tablet out, they should be recognizing that there's 30 seconds remaining here.
Bala, go for the cap. I'll make some noise.
20 seconds.
Wet
And
Poontang
there
takes-
was the wider angle as we were saying would be probably the more deadly version.
Oh yeah. So many opportunities for Pooter scooters to be capped, abandoned alone. So we'll see if they get any more opportunities in the next offensive round.
Yeah, and that quick spawn was their opportunity to charge right on in and make their entry pretty quickly. Like, you can push that and be in the uplink building in what, 30 seconds? So they had the momentum and the push. They lost only one, I believe it was, in the we'll call it the backyard in the south approach. So they had the momentum
they
there.
lost.
They lost two?
They lost. Yeah, they lost.
All right.
But it was a 3v1, so it should have been.
Yeah, they could have pushed and continued instead of going maybe down through the tank here, actually approaching from the top of the hill, and then actually kind of hold the windows or charge right in on the door. A couple of smokes. I mean, this room is small. A couple of smokes would have gone a good long way for getting them inside the door and behind the generator for the cap. And Marsoc with a mid map spawn.
487, 534, 54.
Getting that code memorized briefly here and doing a quick peek on the mini map. Looks like they're doing an exploded check. Identification is good.
By
Thermal,
apartments, it looks like they're gonna go through ravine.
Thermal's saying he didn't get anything on that mag though, unfortunately, but gives a good call out.
Get somewhere where you can hear where you're going. Fuck that. I need a shit.
Respect has the better angle on the street cross. Pop back over to Moke and Poggerman.
There's one sitting left side window on the bottom floor.
Really no movement on the Volk side yet either.
I'm getting shot at from somewhere by apartments.
I'm gonna get irrelevant.
Poggerman is making their way all the way around. Thermal
Nice.
only downing there. That's a good shot it seemed like from those angles we were just on.
Yeah. Big Mac Tree Man able to get on the side of this defense here. Might be able to push up the back and take out. Are they able to see respect here?
Looks like they just kind of missed the angle on that.
Yeah.
Poggerman is directly on the building as well, and Son of Chad is all the way around in the coast. Really needing to push in and actually get this assault kind of kicked off here. Poggerman is ready to take on a 1v4 coming in through the door, but nobody's actually in this room watching it.
If no one really pays attention to where Poggerman is, they might
Tap him,
get.
tap him. He's knocked.
Poggerman's gonna cap.
Thermal's in right around here. He should be hearing these sounds. Poggerman's tablet out. Trying to find right on that range, on the edge of the ring here, and sneaks in and gets the cap.
That is wow. That is
What
just
a
amazing.
way to sneak right on in. Misfits winning this with a cap, making it 4-1.
Leaving the overall score. Give me a second.
It's
6-6.
Yeah, 6-6 here, and it is in a map 3 decider now.
That cap's gonna hurt. Both caps finalizing each map for the teams.
Yeah. And they kicked those off in probably the most like unexpected but awesome ways possible. Like, just thinking back on Suburbia, a quick miss on the entryway for the tank, and then getting that code in less than 5 seconds. And then we have this here where they just kind of waltz right on in and get a quick peek on where that ring was to cap it, and ended up getting right underneath Thermal.
That was just amazing. 4 people in that room with them. And then just wow. 4 people.
Yeah,
I mean,
4 people on
even
it. Like,
That's just amazing.
while super uncoordinated, that was probably the way to do it on that uplink. I mean, they didn't go right on through the back door and charge in like the other team was trying to work on, but it just, I was not expecting that. That was very, very well done and unexpected here.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's also the thing you're going to see with newer teams is if you have
Yeah.
more people. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just the newer the team, the more unexpected stuff you're going to see. It's like playing a pub lobby with a bunch of people. I mean, the newer teams, they're obviously less experienced, so they might not be paying full attention to the objective. That's why we've seen some people running super far off the objective, but I mean, it seems to be working out in some of their favors. The unexpected plays sometimes win, so I mean, also the newer players who come and play VRML, they also bring some of the new metas that end up getting played. So
Yeah, good point, because a lot of the teams, when you start getting up into, let's say higher silver, and reforms of people who are golds and above, they do give that bias to how people typically play. And with the newer teams, the brand new players, it does give a little bit more of that what is going on, this is crazy kind of a perspective, because you typically don't see those kind of plays. Like, you don't expect somebody to sneak in 1v4 in a gold, diamond, or a master rank.
yeah, no, you almost wouldn't see that. And if you did,
Yeah.
that would be one heck of a play.
And you typically don't leave those kind of approach angles open as well. Unless
Yeah,
you're
you're
playing
watching
super aggressive on bulk.
Yeah.
We do have one drop on the Misfits here, so we are waiting for them to join back in.
It seems they are back there. Yeah, alright. Well,
Alright, I'm not seeing them scoreboard, but looks like they are... Looks like they're going to do a 4v4? Based on the... Yeah, there's a drop. It's a 4v4 now. Let's flip over to Bazaar. First uplink on the Humvee here.
Oh, respect is in out. Alright, well, that was nice of respect to pointed it out.
Yeah, they very well
Make it
could have
fair.
played it on a 4v5. That is legal by the rules. But we're along for the ride, and we're going to see how things play out.
Arches. Right side,
It's
arches.
also something you don't see
Arches
higher
right
up
side
is
across the street.
the
Yeah.
advantages. You know, if you have a 5v4, you're gonna play for extra man.
And you're going to have to play twice as hard as a 4v4 because you have to really kind of rethink your strats.
Yeah.
So, Bala being identified, I don't know if they took a shot. I don't see a syringe, maybe they did.
Three of the five.
Those rotate back to the call out there. Crimson is watching the opposite angle for the later approach. If Moeke is not careful with that suppressive fire, they might have been able to tap a teammate by accident.
Big Mac tree. Oh wow, no way that just happened. Thermal flame just ran right into Big Mac tree.
Oh, alright, Poggerman and Tree pushing in on this courtyard. If Big Mac's going to
Tree just
rotate
gonna-
back?
Thermal tree gets flashed by their teammate. Oh, that's...
And instead of approaching through the courtyard, where it might have been a little bit more direct, but maybe a bit open. Oh, Poggerman rotates back in and gets that kill. While Poggerman's going up top on the patios to get a little bit of a peek.
and as they go
Crimson's
down
got that
thermal-
smoke.
Minus one.
We got that smoke just dissipating here. Thermal's right above. And the flash was effective.
I don't know what's happening at this point. it's oh wow.
Maybe that was a little bit of a lag spike there because Crimson did come around and
Yeah. Nice trade by the two.
Yeah, they're dancing a little bit. Got that trade. Crimson was there to back up Thermal. An interesting little bout there. It is a 2v2 now. And only one person really has eyes directly on the uplink.
Boone, watch
Ball's
this road for
holding
me.
a tight angle here. Might be able to pick off wet thing too. Wet poon tang. Wet poon tang, gosh. Flash coming out doesn't look like it's gonna be effective.
No, but it will
Follow.
give away their position as to where they're coming from.
Oh wow.
A quick call out saying got them. They are in vocal range. More smoke's coming out. Looking to kick this off with a cap. Tablet is out. I don't know if they can cap from this particular spot here, though. It's looking a little bit outside of the range. Next to each other, sitting right side by side, able to be knifed. Milwaukee is kicking it off with a cap and Crimson. Shot in the back.
This is
What
that
a
was
cap. What a
mean,
cap.
It worked.
Yeah, indeed it did. Let's... Maybe I got this on the replay. Let's take a quick peek here. Yeah, right in the smoke. Like, they are side by side as that dissipates. Wonderful way to kick off on Bazaar. So, we have been in for a crazy night of just super stealth caps in here. This is just capping back and forth in the most crazy fashion possible and in the most off-meta ways possible, where you're just gonna kind of chill out and smoke next to each other, and you're gonna sneak in underneath under somebody in the pipe room where you can kind of just take your time and find the capping ring, and then a quick spurt onto the tank where somebody's not looking the right direction. Like, what a night. What a night. I was not expecting this coming in here. That is the phrase of the night. I was not expecting this. This is crazy.
I know. I mean, I mean, they just like run in. It's like, oh yeah, an enemy's there, but like, I don't care. I'm gonna cap.
Let's just do this. Let's just get this cap out.
They're like, you're sitting watching OBJ. Oh, guess what? I capped.
I'm sitting
I mean, it
does
goes
seem-
to show it, this
Good job,
newer
good job.
perspective here that really gotta watch those angles in on the uplink. You can't leave this thing undefended.
Yeah, it'll be really neat to check it back up on these teams later this season and see how.
Oh
they
yeah, especially as they start getting the rank going.
Market area.
Yeah. Going up to silver, gold.
Looks like we are gonna have a 2-2-1 split with one all the way in the northeast, kind of swinging around. One does end up dying on the west part of the center street here. Respect looking for a refrag, does get it through, just peeking underneath the pallets there. This is gonna open up the approach for the courtyard here, with nobody really looking back this direction. Poggerman does have a bit of a later angle though.
If someone comes from the east and hits the OBJ from like the center, they might be able to take out Moeka and Cap.
I got him. He's dead.
Here
-1.
comes
In the
Bala
back.
with the moving in on Son of Chad.
We only have 3 teams.
Yeah, down here in the south alley, Chad's got a good spot, but looks like we're gonna get a little more action up here before the swing ultimately does happen.
Oh, you got my back over here.
Down here. Oh, is Chad gonna pick up Bala?
Oh, oh, oh! An SKS at close range again. And Misfits
Good stuff.
wrap this up 3-0 with 3 going down in the court, or 2 going down in the courtyard and 2 in the market. We're now moving into the northeast courtyard here, where I think they moved this honestly in the last couple of updates, because this was cappable previously on the shop wall. But I tried it a couple of weeks ago with a scrim, and it did not actually register.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it used to be under the...
It used to be under the tent, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, fully underneath. So we've had some crazy caps going on. Let's see if Misfits can pull off yet another one. While this is formerly a very cappable uplink, I mean, it's only moved a couple of feet, it looks like here. May actually still see a similar kind of approach coming in on that direction out of a bit of a mistake. Because that was very well known before, but I don't know how many people actually know it moved.
It's almost impossible
I don't want
to
to
see
run. I
you.
don't want to run the right side. I'm gonna get fucking picked off right side.
We're gonna see if Mars are gonna take hold of the quick spawn and try and pick off any Volk trying to peek these windows.
Yeah, good point. While we are here on Volk, 3 are going up the stairway,
I can't go out with it.
and Respect charges right on out.
Why are you in my spot then?
I think there's a bit of confusion as to what's going on here based on the communication. Crimson in Kaya, second floor, clearly audible by Chad and Poggerman. And gets a double.
Not confirm the kill though.
Oh yeah, you're right. And Chad is being a little bit cautious here. There's no real approach directly in from there. There's a confirmation.
Crimson could go through the back end of the outside and back in, and then hit Chad from the back, or they can just go down the stairs.
Yeah, and we do have one that did try to get across the center street from the east, but the rest of the team is pushing in through the market here, it looks like. This is a 2v5, so it is going to be relatively challenging for Big Mac, who's pretty exposed in the south here, but I mean, typically you don't have to fear too much coming out this way, but Bala is getting very aggressive.
It pays off though, getting Big Mac Tree, leaving it 5v1. Son of Chad's gonna have to pull off a miracle to do this one.
But we have seen here close to it, and Chad gets Crimson, and Kaya gives their position away. Thermal gives that call out. Looks like Pooter Scooters are looking to kick this off and get a return point on the board after 3 unanswered ones. I don't think that smoke went where Chad was intending it to.
No. Chad's taken the utility.
Looks like he got just behind that wall in time
How did I
Chad's
win?
to avoid all
Oh
those
my
shots.
Wow.
And there goes that utility that you just picked up as well.
Chad's gone.
Chad is entirely noped out. He's gone way around real fast. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. I don't know if they're aware of the time here, but it's a 1v4.
If I had 2 people trying to kill me, I'd run too.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Chad's talking to himself now.
I mean, I don't blame him because just faced 2 people there and
Wait,
Bala being super
Oh my
aggressive. I would want to nope out of this area too, but
Yeah.
going all the way around this way, all a bit extreme, is seemingly working currently. Minute remaining.
Minute. Only 40 seconds. Wow. And they're gonna be behind, so they might be able to pick off maybe Pay Ray and a few others before getting taken out. So Chad could do this.
Yeah, looks like Respect is the first one to come up, but they are really tucked in there. Nice position guarding the late angles coming in, and Pay Ray laying down. I don't know if Chad's gonna be able to see this angle here.
Chad's got 30 seconds left. Utility's gonna be coming out. No. Yeah, flash.
Pay Ray did relocate a little bit, and just enough of the angle to get this approach in. Pooter Scooters on the board after 3 unanswered points.
Now will Pooter Scooters be able to cap and take it to 3v?
Yeah, that's the ultimate question right now. If they can make this comeback a nice clean 3-3 and maybe get Misfits a little bit more nervous as they would then go back on Marsoc. Because this cap would really, really help them come back and put themselves in a series winning position that Misfits has been holding quite strong here on Bazaar.
Yeah, and on the objective will change to Kiat, southeast courtyard, or all the way in the west. So, I mean, we're tank team too, but objectives that are primarily defense, except for the one in the west, that defense is really easy to hold in Kiat, I guess. But so it's a 50-50 shot if they are able to cap. For them to hold it defense.
While we are popping into this, quick shout out to our sponsors, HyperX VR cover. As you can see here with the cast, I'm sporting a Quadcast Pro from HyperX and the Cloud Alpha Wireless. Fantastic headset. I have charged this thing literally once in the past month that it came out. I'm only at 60%. Thermal taking advantage of the quick spawn does push one of Misfits down and does suppress yet another over here.
They only have one person on OBJ. This is.
There goes Bala and Crimson. It's a 4v3 with one person on uplink. And Bala, the strong one on the team with kills and those aggressive flanks, is down. Interesting that they have 2 here in the north defending this street here. It's kind of like they really, really heavily regarded the fact that somebody was going to be coming up this way because they also tried to come this way. You usually defend as you fight, so...
If Pay Ray is able to just be quiet and get past Poggerman, or is Big Man? Oh, Big Man's on the wall. But Pay Ray would be able to cap if they take out Poggerman, or not even take him out at all. Just get in close to the objective.
All they gotta do is, yeah, get up, get close.
Thermal's also over here.
Chad, while out in the open.
Last one.
Big Mac Tree just walked straight past Thermal Flame. Thermal Flame's gonna rotate and get the kill.
And it looks like we're in a 2v2 with one downed. Where is this down?
Tank.
Oh, they're on tank? Oh, yes, because Chad had just gotten them over here. It was respect.
If Payray can wait for their teammates to get over here, it'd be a 2v1 on the OBJ, giving them the opportunity to cap, but it doesn't
look that.
Oh, Payray's gonna take it.
Uplink is open. Uplink is open. Wet Pooter has to rotate back in right now.
Payray's
and
not
there's a
gonna be paying
defense.
attention. Oh man, you have to be paying attention. You have to be running. But Wet Pooter's not gonna learn from his teammate. He's gonna. Wow, if Thermal Flame takes this nice and slow, might be able to go through the OBJ building and get right up in there and cap behind a pillar.
Yeah, respect maybe got that call out saying where they came in from, but it's kind of too late for Thermal for that kind of a call out.
Wet Pooter just smokes their only eyesight of OBJ, giving Thermal the opportunity to push in, but they'd like to play it slow. They need to learn that you can play fast at certain points and slow at the others.
Yeah, you got to keep the dynamic pace here. There is still 2 minutes remaining. Respect should be bleeding out here momentarily. Let's jump back in off of a quick camera misclick. And Thermal's coming in rather noisy. This smoke going to clearly give away their position as to where they're coming from. So frag grenade as well. Not going to be effective. But Wet Pooter is in a very defensible position. What were you saying about respect? Oh, he's still up, isn't he? Oh, there he goes. He just died.
All outs. Come on, Thermal. I believe you can cap behind these walls.
Yeah, because it relocated. I think you can. Aggressive push, and Wet Pooter successfully defends this, and that gives them the map. That's the series. Quick kill count check here. Relatively even across the board, and here minus Thermal getting 5. And Wet Pooter with a 4 and 2. Well, TBN, we've had a very interesting and crazy ride tonight. What were your overall thoughts on how both teams played?
I feel like both teams, they could use a little bit more, maybe learning from a few veteran players, defend OBJ better, you know, maybe pick up, I mean, like, honestly, I feel like they could have picked up the pace a bit more, but honestly, it was really good play by both teams. The caps were amazing. I mean, the timings were more than hilarious. So I feel like both teams did play a bit slower, and they both had the same type of play style. It's just that it came down to pure skill in the end of the match, and I feel like that really helped a lot. That Foggerman was able to hold his own last bit. Wet Pooter was also doing their kills, so it was...
Yeah, that rotation back in from Wet Pooter really kind of saved the day there, because the uplink was wide open, and it was open for, what, a good 10-15 seconds?
Yeah.
Because of that rotation back in. But the identification, at least, that they needed to crash back in on uplink was very key for this last round here. All right, well, again, thank you for stopping in for this first casted North American side match with two brand new teams. We had no idea what we were going to be walking into tonight, and I want to give them both a big shout out and welcome to VRML. Hope you guys both learn a lot and review this, and do kind of take the points that we've had here for some constructive criticism on what might be some ways or ideas to at least kind of continue the progression up the ladder. Shout out to our sponsors, VR Cover, HyperX, and Downpour Interactive. Thank you for your contributions to VRML. Have a good night.